All right, Neo on the show. What's good? The Sam Sylk Show is happening, and we were talking about. I want to bring this up. What? Let's talk about putting a whole hit song together, right?
Yeah.
What goes into, or what's your style of making these hits? Kenya mentioned about Irreplaceable earlier. Is it a certain day? So, hey, today I'm going to write a song, or you're out vibing and something comes to you, something happens, you're like, oh damn, I'm gonna jot that down.
So there's no wrong way to do it, as long as how you get to the destination is up to you. As long as the destination is a great record, right? So there's no wrong way to do it. But for me personally, it's always been, if I go in the studio and try to declare that day, all right, today I'm gonna write a hit. It never happens.
Never happens that way. Right.
You set that bar for yourself, and nothing you do reaches that bar for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I go in the studio, and it'll be like that. I could be watching something on TV and see something, or hear somebody say something, and just run off that line. Like it happens that way. Irreplaceable specifically, I was getting a lot of credit for, quote unquote, knowing how to write in the mind of a woman, which is kind of BS, just because there is no understanding the mind of a woman.
Wait.
Say that again. Thank you.
Complexity of a woman's mind.
Accept it.
The complexity of a woman's mind is part of the beauty of a woman's mind, and it ain't meant for men to understand how women think. If that was the case, we'd all be the same sex. All right, let's just get that out there. We don't know what y'all thinking. We make our best assumptions, but we don't know what y'all thinking. But in the realm of that, the song itself, the story of the song, is my aunt's story. So I grew up in a house with all women. My mother, my sister, my grandmother, 5 aunts, and me, till I was like 16.
Oh, wow.
So I had one particular aunt who she was the one that always had a new boyfriend. Every month she had some new dude she was in love with. The beginning of the month it was love. The end of the month it was
you better not talk to him.
All that. So mind you, I might be 10, 11, somewhere, where it was this one particular cat who, stuck around a little longer than everybody else. This was the real love. This was it.
Yeah.
He was real. She bought him a car with money that she ain't have, and all that, and all this stuff, right? Come to find out, he rolling through the little town that we was in the car that she bought with somebody else. She finds out about it.
Damn.
I remember he came to the crib, and mind you, I used to hate this dude because he would always pat my head when I'd be sitting in the living room watching TV, and he'd walk through to get to her room. Hey, boy,
Right. Yeah.
Know you. Anyway, so he walked in the house and walked in the back, and mind you, I can hear everything that's going on. It's a small house. I can hear everything that's going on. And he go, hey, babe, where my leather jacket at? She go, oh, yeah, to the left. Yeah, everything that's yours is in that box to the left right there. And that sparked the whole thing. So
you were like, oh, that's it.
She went into it, and I remember this because it was hilarious, because this dude is walking out the house carrying this box talking about, you ain't gonna never find somebody love you the way I love you. You done made a mistake today. It's all right, though. You know what I'm saying? And it was hilarious. So I remember the story, and I wrote the song with the intention of singing it myself. I tried to flip it like it was my story, and realize that, nah, man, this particular message needs a female messenger.
Yeah.
So that's when we decided to shop it to a female artist. Now, mind you, Beyonce was not our first choice, but she was the one that understood it and took it to
Who was your first choice?
I can't say.
You can't say.
I'll put it to you this way: there's a few female artists, names that you'll know, that heard the song and turned it down because they didn't understand.
Oh,
they didn't grasp what it was.
That was the one that could have been my.
But see, I look at it like this: if you never know what might have happened with that song had somebody else did it. Like,
that's true.
I think it happened the way it happened because Beyonce is Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody else would have did it, who's to say what would have happened?
Same like how Anita turned down the song for what that Toni Braxton did that blew her up.
Yeah.
Should have brought. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You never know what could happen. So I feel like everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, not a second before. It happened the way it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with it.
We talked about the relationships and how you got to where you accepted who you are and how you move. When did you know that you was this songwriter, you was the star, that you was headed? When did that kick in? Was it in the house that day? Where were you? Like, when did you know?
When did I know? I mean, I knew that I could write. I didn't know that it was worth a damn, because my initial writing wasn't to get a record deal or to be famous or nothing like that. My initial writing was journal entries, which became kind of therapy for me. Again, growing up in a house full of women as a young man, as a young boy becoming a young man, you got all these emotions floating around that you ain't got nobody to bounce them off of.
Yeah.
So I just started being a knucklehead a little bit, doing stupid stuff, getting in trouble. And my mom gave me, that red spiral notebook and said, write it down.
Yeah.
And so it started out as journal entries. Then it turned into poetry because, I realized that I like girls but wasn't brave enough to talk to them.
Uh-huh.
So I write these poems that I would never give to them. And then, oh no, they never got the poem.
They didn't get the poem?
They didn't get it.
What?
No, that required human contact, and I wasn't good with that. No, I couldn't do that. But mind you, in this house, music was like third sibling. Like, there was always music playing in our crib, no matter what was going on. If the TV was on, stereo was on in the back. Like, it just always was there.
Yeah.
So I took the poems and the melodies from the songs that I was hearing and crammed them together, and from that moment on, it was songs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, again, I didn't know if the songs was good. I didn't care. It felt good to me. And that's what it was for.
Yeah.
I think it was shortly after high school, I got in a group. I got in a singing group with these other guys, and we didn't have no material, so we do a bunch of covers. But then every now and then I write something and say, all right, you sing this part, you sing this part, and you sing this part. And they're like, yo, that's dope. And I'm like, really? Oh, all right, cool. Well, all right, well, let's do it again.
Do it again.
Glad you like it.
And it just kept going from there.
Yeah, yeah. And then as far as LaFace and Babyface, and how did y'all connect?
L.A. Reid.
Yeah.
L.A. Reid. My record deal with Def Jam kind of, mind you, I don't believe in accidents. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in none of that. I feel like, again, everything happens the way it's supposed to. But I will say, when we walked into the offices of Def Jam that day, we did not go in there with the intention of leaving with a record deal. We went in there so a friend of mine could reunite with a friend of his that he went to high school with. Sauce from the group. You remember the group Something for the People?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so Sauce, one of the members of that group. He is my vocal arranger, engineer, producer, great dude, super talented dude. Anyway, we was in New York, just, moving music around. We had been to a couple different buildings, just shopping songs.
Yeah.
So it was the end of the day. We about to go back to the hotel. He like, yo, hold up. I want to run in here because I heard that my homegirl I went to high school with works here. I want to go say what's up. I'm like, all right, cool. So we go in. The homegirl is Tina Davis, who at the time was head of A&R for Def Jam Records, right? Mind you, I didn't know who this person was. I had no idea. So we walk in. They hugging, oh, so good to see you, da-da-da-da, all of that.
Yeah.
Small talk, what you been up to? Well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, working with this young writer. His name is Neo. We play her the music. Long story short, it went from us playing her the music to her calling L.A. Reid in that moment like, yo, I got somebody I feel like you should meet.
Wow.
So from going upstairs to just say what's up to now I'm sitting in front of L.A. Reid about to perform for him and his tastemakers. Yeah.
Were you nervous?
Was I? Yeah. Yeah, to say the least. I don't know if it really happened like this. I might have made this up, but at least it's what it felt like. Like when I walked into his office, it felt like just a long room.
It kept getting longer and longer.
And a table full of stone-faced folks and L.A. Reid sitting in a big old chair at the end of the thing, talking about, so you're the next big thing, huh? And I'm like, right? So I sing the songs, I do my little performance.
Yeah.
Mind you, no emotional response from anybody in the room. Everybody is just
that's how they are.
Stone-faced
the
whole time I'm performing. I'm like, okay, this is a disaster. So I get finished. L.A. Reid goes, all right, thank you very much, brother. Could you step outside? Let me talk to my people. We sat outside that office for like an hour. Like the lady done brought me 4 juices, 2 waters, and 6 cookies. And we just sit and wait for them to come outside. Right when I go to turn the sauce, like, man, let's just go. Like this is let's go. Yeah. As soon as I get up, I think it was his assistant pop her head out the door and says, L.A. Reid wants to know what your lawyer's name is because he wants to give you a deal.
Yo.
Dude.
Out of nowhere.
And he was like,
out of
what?
nowhere.
Like, what?
Right.
Imagine wanting something so bad and going for it. Imagine getting there. I had a deal before Def Jam. I had a deal at Columbia Records that I wound up getting shelved for 2 years because, long story short, I wouldn't do what it is that they wanted me to do. And then that deal went sour. I got dropped back at square one. So imagine getting right to the door of what you want. Bam, the door slams in your face.
Wow.
So at one point I just was like, you know what? Maybe it ain't meant for me to be an artist. Maybe I'm just supposed to write. So that's why we was in New York just shopping music.
Just shopping music.
Not shopping me as an artist, just shopping the songs out.
Wow. Wow.
Fell right in our lap. Yeah.
And
Again,
stand- and
things
being
happen
ready.
the way they supposed
Yes.
to.
Yeah,
Ready.
and
The way
being
they
ready.
supposed- Oh, you have to.
Be
Have
ready. Yeah.
Because as soon as she was like, so she turned the music on. She was like, "This you? Mm-hmm. This you singing too? Yeah. Can you dance? A little bit. Oh, okay. Turn the music up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go and get it." I'm like, well,
So you was dancing.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, you ain't finna challenge me. All right, cool. Let's get it.
What a cowboy at? Put it down.
Listen.
Right
I'll
then
break
and there.
dance on you.
And once I was done, she was like, "Yeah, yeah, Mr. Reed's office, please. Uh huh.
Yeah.
Hey, LA, you busy? I think I got somebody you should meet."
Wow.
And here
rest
we
is
are.
history. Here
Here
we
we
are.
are. Here we
Here we
are.
are.
You can't beat that, man. Hey, bro, keep doing it, man. That's
Yes, sir.
love. That's love. That's love, man. Y'all give it up for Neo stopping by on the
Yeah,
show
yeah.
today.
Appreciate the love. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir.
Appreciate it.
Rocket, here we come, ZAK.